There's a puppy.
This is one of dog. Well, that explains why there's no geese up this way.
This is Calvary Catholic Cemetery in Evanston, Illinois. In the middle of the cemetery stands a life-size statue of Josie Lyon leaning on a tree stump with a book in his hand. The statue is encased in concrete blocks with a glass door where you can see inside. Joseph's father, George Lyon, was the co-founder of Lyon & Healy, a manufacturer of musical harps and organs. In front of the statue is Josie's headstone, and to each side of that are markers for his parents that lay beside him. Josie died December 4th, 1891, at 9 years old from diphtheria. Before modern treatments were available, diphtheria killed nearly half of those who contracted it. Charlie Comiskey was a pivotal figure in early baseball history. Known as the Old Roman, Comiskey began his career as a player and manager of the St. Louis Browns, Chicago Pirates, and Cincinnati Reds. Before becoming the founding owner of the Chicago White Sox, he played a key role in shaping the American League. His legacy, however, is clouded by the 1919 Black Sox scandal, in which several White Sox players, including Shoeless Joe Jackson, were accused of conspiring to throw the World Series. Comiskey remained active in baseball until his death in 1931 at the age of 72. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1939. Tony Mockus was an American actor born in Cook County, Illinois. He is best remembered for his roles in The Untouchables, Backdraft, and Boss. Tony was nominated for 6 Joseph Jefferson Awards, all for stage performances, and directed several theater productions throughout his career. Between 1969 and his death, he appeared in more than 25 stage, television, and film productions, including Caddyshack 2, Werewolf, and 21 Jump Street.
Missing a thing in the back.
This is the mausoleum of Peter Smith. It caught our attention because it's partially buried underground, so we had to stop and take a closer look. The only information we could find is that he died in Hot Springs, Arkansas in 1893.
Jeremy, you just walked over them.
I don't know, I walked between them.
I didn't know you saw. They're very...
There isn't much recorded about S. Moretti, but this statue is remarkable. The lighting and shadows while we were filming were perfect. The markers at the base date back into the late 1800s. One reads Reverend Sostene Moretti. The information we found mentioned that he founded the Assumption Catholic Church in Chicago in 1881, the city's first Italian Catholic parish. Mary O'Brien was born in Ireland. She met and married her husband John O'Brien in the U.S. after he immigrated to work in the lumber trade. In 1880, John co-founded his first lumber business and later established a new one in 1902, becoming one of Chicago's wealthiest lumber merchants. Their son, John Jr., served as vice president and took over the company after John Sr.'s death. John Jr. died in 1916, just a year after his mother, and is buried here with his parents. Because John and Mary O'Brien were such common names, it's difficult to locate much information about her life. Records show several couples by that name living in Chicago at the same time, including another pair buried here at Calvary. Together, John and Mary had 9 children. Our next stop is at Maryhill Catholic Cemetery. Algis Budrys, known to countless fans and friends as AJ, was a science fiction author and editor who immigrated to the United States after World War II. As a child, he developed an early fascination with science fiction after reading Flash Gordon comic strips in H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. At age 11, after discovering Astounding Science Fiction magazine, he decided to become a science fiction writer. Over his career, AJ published nearly 100 stories and several novels. His most notable works include Who?, a Cold War-era tale of identity and espionage, and Rogue Moon, a psychological exploration of death and human resilience. AJ's editorial career included stints at Gnome Press, Galaxy Science Fiction, Regency Books, Playboy Press, and the Magazine of Fantasy and Science Fiction. He passed away in 2008 at the age of 77.